Hi, everybody. Hey, welcome. We are reading the Book of Mormon, and this is just a short video, and we're going to just read the brief explanation about the Book of Mormon that's in the beginning of the Book of Mormon. It's after the testimony of Joseph Smith before the first Nephi. And I just want to welcome everybody, and thank you so much for watching the videos. Love you guys. Here we go into the brief explanation about the Book of Mormon. So, the Book of Mormon is a sacred record of peoples in ancient America and was engraved upon metal plates. If it was me, I would say ancient North America, but it's not me writing that. It's this ancient American was engraved upon metal plates. Sources from which this record was compiled include the following: the plates of Nephi, which were of two kinds, the small plates and the large plates. The former, meaning the ones first mentioned, the small plates, were more particularly devoted to spiritual matters and the ministry and teachings of the prophets, while the latter, meaning the large plates of Nephi, what was mentioned last, were occupied mostly by a secular history of the people's concerned. Secular meaning um, not religious parts. So, like the history of the kings and their wars and contentions. They mention, he goes over this in First Nephi chapter 9, verses 2 through 4. I'm not going to read that now because we read it later whenever we're reading First Nephi chapter 9. So, from the time of Mosiah, however, so he was a king, one of the Nephite kings, the large plates also included items of major spiritual importance. So, basically, after Alma took over. Well, when Mosiah took over. And then number two, the Plates of Mormon, which consist of an abridgment by Mormon from the large plates of Nephi with many commentaries. These plates also contain a continuation of the history by Mormon and additions by his son Moroni. So he basically abridged, or he read the large plates of Nephi and then like boiled it down into a small, brief history with his commentaries, and that's what the Book of Mormon mostly is. Number three, and then also Moroni. Number three, the plates of ether, which present a history of the Jaredites. This record was abridged by Moroni, who inserted comments of his own and incorporated the record with the general history under the title Book of Ether. And then number four, the plates of brass, which were brought by the people of Lehi from Jerusalem in 600 BC. These contained, quote, the 5 books of Moses and also a record of the Jews from the beginning down to the commencement of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, and also the prophecies of the holy prophets, whom the Jews killed. No, I'm just joking. They didn't kill them all. No, they but anyway, that's in First Nephi chapter 5, verses 11 through 13. So many quotations from these plates citing Isaiah and other biblical and non-biblical prophets appear in the Book of Mormon. And what they mean by biblical is they're in the Bible also, like Isaiah, and they're also in the Book of Mormon. Non-biblical means they're not in the Bible, but they were in the brass plates. We just those records didn't get handed down. They were lost somehow and didn't make it into the Bible that we have today, like the King James Version of the Bible. The Book of Mormon comprises 15 main parts or divisions, known, with one exception, as books, usually designated by the name of their principal author, so the main person who wrote it. So the first portion, the first 6 books, ending with Omni, is a translation from the small plates of Nephi. So that's first and second Nephi. And then also the other books like Enos, all the way through Omni. So between the books of Omni and Mosiah is an insert called the Words of Mormon. This insert connects the record engraved on the small plates with Mormon's abridgment of the large plates. The longest portion, from Mosiah through Mormon chapter 7, is a translation of Mormon's abridgment of the large plates of Nephi. The concluding portion from Mormon chapter 8 to the end of the book, the volume, he calls it here, was engraved by Mormon's son, Moroni, who, after finishing the record of his father's life, made an abridgment of the Jaredite record, as the Book of Ether, and later added the parts known as the Book of Moroni. In or about the year AD, meaning after death, after Christ's death and resurrection, about 421, 420 years after that, Moroni, the last of the Nephite prophet historians, sealed the sacred record and hid it up unto the Lord to be brought forth in the latter days, as predicted by the voice of God through his ancient prophets. In AD 1823, this is about 1,400 years later, this same Moroni, then a resurrected personage, visited the prophet Joseph Smith and subsequently delivered the engraved plates to him. About this edition, the original title page immediately preceding the contents page is taken from the plates and is part of the sacred text. Introductions in a non-italic typeface, such as in 1 Nephi and immediately preceding Mosiah chapter 9, are also part of the sacred text. Introductions in italics, such as in chapter headings, are not original to the text, but are study helps included for the convenience in reading. I usually will read those. Some minor errors in the text have been perpetuated in past editions of the Book of Mormon. This edition contains corrections that seem appropriate to bring the material into conformity with pre-publication manuscripts and early editions edited by the prophet Joseph Smith. All right, thanks guys. So the next one we get right into 1 Nephi. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.